Thank you. So listen, you guys are saying it all the time. Guy, the name of the show is Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And we don't see many drive-ins anymore. Well, that's a sad truth. There's not many left. So when I'm here in Des Moines, Iowa, and I hear that they've got a legendary drive-in that's owned by royalty, you know I gotta check it out. This is George, the Chili King.
It's a classic American drive-in.
It reminds you of American Graffiti, Happy Days.
Food is exactly what you would expect from a place like this. It's old-fashioned, it's good.
Chili up.
What makes George, the Chili King, so great?
Well, George is #1.
Actually, he's #2. George Carreta's dad, George Sr., was the first to open a chili joint after winning a local contest nearly a century ago.
The Des Moines Register crowned him George the Chili King.
Started in 1920 downtown. Opened this one, made you take it over when you were 19.
Yes.
He's been doing it 62 years here.
That's correct.
George the Chili King is a Des Moines institution.
His chili is the best tasting in Des Moines.
I get it at least once a week, every week.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Now, was this your dad's recipe?
Yes, it was. And this pot came off a battleship
I see U.S. something.
in the year 1944.
It's crazy.
We start out with suet.
Ground beef fat.
Uh-huh.
So we wait till this renders down.
Yeah,
Then we drop the meat.
right.
Look at that beautiful
Look
ground
at that.
chuck.
Ground chuck.
Look like you've done this before for maybe 60 years. All right, George, we've cooked down.
Yeah, now we
Okay.
add the spices. Here goes the chili powder.
Cumin,
Uh-huh. Ground allspice.
granulated garlic,
I give it that Italian taste.
that Italian taste.
A little salt.
Wow, there we go.
A little cayenne pepper.
George is pretty liberal with the spices here.
Okay, now we put the cracker meal in.
Cracker meal's going in.
Hit the pot now.
I'm trying to, George. I'm dusted right now by the cracker meal. I can't even see. I got wearing goggles over here.
Good job.
Thank you, George.
Now this cracker meal gives it the body, kind of like a gravy. Now see, this is
I got a hold of her.
pretty dry, so
Yeah.
add more suet.
When in doubt, pour more fat in.
Yeah.
We're at a ratio of about 65-35 fat to meat. I think that's why they've been in business almost 100 years.
We put it in a pan like this. We add water and beans.
When we get to this point, we're done.
We're done.
It's got like a little bit of a gravy consistency almost.
Yeah, I put crackers. I can't eat it without crackers.
Yeah, gotta have some crackers. A little bit of cheese. You go cheese?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, I want to make sure I do it the right way. I don't want to be the new guy. Can I have some of these onions?
You sure can. Just help yourself.
I'm a two-screw.
All right.
I got it. Oh yeah. It's a very rich chili, very deep.
Very flavorful.
Without question. The beans also work into that velvety, smooth texture. And people come in here must go nuts for this.
They're addicted to it.
I am. You drive by a joint like this, and you know that there's a character like this cat. This is the Chili King. You gotta try it.
You bet. It's my man.
The chili is fantastic.
It's kind of gravy-like and spicy.
Everybody comes here for chili, but I like mine on a dot.
I love the hamburger coney style.
Was that your car out front?
Uh-huh.
That 34?
Uh-huh.
Oh, with the rumble seat in the back? Oh!
Would you trade it for your Camaro?
Well, I like the way you think, buddy. I'm getting hustled by the hustler.
You come for the nostalgia, but you wouldn't come at all if the food wasn't good.
The chili is awesome, and the tenderloins are to die for.
Tenderloin up.
When you come into town, they talk about this tenderloin sandwich. This is a Des Moines, Iowa staple.
Right.
Here you have your tenderloin.
Absolutely wonderful. Breaded beautifully, fried just right.
When I do want tenderloin, I will come here every time.
This is a pork butt. We make the pork tenderloins out of this. Gonna cut some meat off of this.
And this is how your dad taught you?
That's right.
Now we're gonna take this and run through the tenderizer-o-matic.
Okay, let's get her going here.
Ooh.
Fold it over.
And I notice how you're just dropping it.
I don't want my finger in there.
That way he just chucks it in.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
We're gonna bread it. Put some buttermilk in here.
That's a new bowl.
That come off the battleship Iowa.
Don't start with your one-liners, George. You already stole my show.
I'm sorry. Put this in here and
Okay.
we put a little cracker meal over there and we roll it. Now, you roll it.
Oh, okay, George, let me get in here.
Roll it. That's enough, not too hard.
Okay, that's not too hard. Wow, look how big it got. Whoa!
Just dump it right in there.
Just drop it right in.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Just float in there nice and light.
Oh, yeah. Now, we'll put a little ketchup on.
Some onions, too.
Yeah, some few onions, some pickles. Now, we'll put the mustard on this.
Mustard on top.
Yep, mustard on top. It's good, isn't it? Check that out.
Check that out.
It might not be the biggest one in town, but it's the best one. Is that good or what?
Hot.
Hot, yeah, I forgot to tell you, it just came out of the fryer.
I know that we say that it's the tenderloin, but it's pork butt.
I use pork butts because they have more flavor.
If you didn't tell somebody it wasn't a tenderloin, they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
That really is the key, George. And it's tons of flavor. Nice bun, toasted. You don't overdo it. Simple, straightforward, quality. You know what that is, George? That's
money.
That's money,
That's
George.
money.
It's a good tenderloin. It's big, it's hearty.
It's got the best crispy outer coating ever.
You guys are lucky. Everybody in the country is envious of what you have here in Des Moines. And it's owned by royalty. He is the king.
It's just one of those things that doesn't change.
You're the man.
You're the man too, bud.
That's the best I've ever had.
This is the Oyster Creek Inn.
Got 2 Jersey Devil shrimp in 2 minutes.
There's no disappointment here, especially if you love seafood.
I work all week to look forward to coming here on Friday.
Scallop ab?
Delicious. Incredible.
Oyster Creek is like stepping back in time.
Because this local legend has been in the same family for nearly 7 decades, with owner Bill Koopel taking the reins from his dad in 2003.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, it's been here since 1930s, before the federal government bought up all this property as a wildlife refuge.
These days, Bill's sons are carrying on the legacy. Jason's behind the bar. And to quote my buddy Emerald, Scott's kicking things up a notch in the kitchen.
Clams Mexicali in the window.
I just fell for the clams Mexicali.
It's one of Scott's special creations.
You're not going to find him anywhere else.
What are we gonna make?
We're gonna make clams Mexicali.
We're about as close to Mexico.
Well, I used to live in California, so I adopted the name.
Where?
Well, I was stationed at Camp Pendleton.
Oh, were you in the military?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service, man.
Thank you.
Where are the clams from?
Great Bay. We're outside the restaurant. They come up to the dock right here.
What kind of clams are these?
These are choice top neck clams from the
Choice?
Choice top neck. It's a certain size.
How do you know?
The clammer tells me.
The clammer tells you.
He knows his clams.
Yeah.
All right, we steam these for about 12 minutes. We'll put them in an ice bath, cool them down.
So they stop cooking, so they're not gonna get all tough on us. All right, now what are we doing?
Now we're gonna make the meat filling. We're gonna start with some butter. These are drippings from chorizo.
All right, next up?
Throw in the red peppers, and then the diced jalapenos.
You know, I'm gonna give you some points right there. You said it correctly.
Well, I'm from Mexico.
You're not from Mexico.
Dump that in. Brown chorizo. And fresh breadcrumbs. Roasted poblanos. Chopped up cilantro. We're mixing this up, and then we're gonna cool it for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Now?
We're gonna add the cheese to our cool chorizo mix.
Okay.
This is a Longhorn cheddar.
Okay.
Clams are ready to be stuffed.
Are we putting them in the broiler? Are we putting them in the oven?
We'll put it in
What
our
are we doing?
convection oven for about 8 minutes. Cheese will start to bubble, and they'll be ready to roll.
What will happen?
The cheese will start to bubble.
Did you pick that up?
Bubble.
Bubble?
Bubble. Take the clams Mexicali out of the oven, put them on the plate. A bit of parsley.
It's salty, a little bit spicy, great clam flavor. You know how to say jalapeno correctly. Get a nice amount of peppers in there. Clam's not overcooked. I ate 1,000 of those.
1,000? All right, well, that'd be $1,000 because they're $1 a piece. So.
Hi everyone, make sure you subscribe to Food Network UK where you can see loads more shows and loads of different recipes.